All right.
Here we are.
I'm going to start this off. I'm going to say some things, okay, before we get into it.
Go ahead.
All right?
Go ahead.
Number one,
Yeah.
we ain't talking about sandals. We are not
These are
flip-flops. Hey,
Don't call
I
them
will not
sandals.
spend another episode
Don't call
talking
them
about
flip-flops. They're don't call them sandals.
open-toed
They're flip-flops.
sandals where you got the
Flip-flops,
gator
bro.
leather.
Don't start
cow
talking about
leather.
them. Don't start talking about them.
I don't care.
Don't start talking about it because you'll get me out of them again.
Open-toed. Listen, I don't have the best fashion.
Well,
and I can highly admit that.
Yeah.
These shoes, what, $70? Okay, got oranges on them.
I actually like those shoes.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I wear high white
some
socks,
oranges on them.
dumb shorts, whatever.
Yeah, but I like the way you you know why I like the way you dress?
Why?
You keep it simple.
I keep it very simple.
Yeah.
But if I hear you talk about the importance of...
It cured my feet, and I'm a bit of a convert, and I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit religious about it. There, I said it.
You're so religious about it.
I know. I want to buy into the company.
It drives me crazy.
I want to buy in.
I'm like, this guy loves these damn sandals.
I'm literally
alligator snake, anaconda skin.
I'm literally trying to buy a piece of the company.
What else can you not talk about? Oh, you can't.
Birds.
Birds? No. You only did birds once.
Why are you censoring me on your last day?
On my last day, because I want to have fun on my last day.
Did you not have fun last night?
I had fun, but
People like us together.
I was
People
like,
like-
man, I'm sitting here like.
But people like us together.
They do?
Oh yeah, I
They
get a
do?
lot
Do
of
they really?
compliments. I swear to God.
Well, that's sweet.
Do you know that? You don't know that?
No. Listen, I can't pay attention to
I've been getting
anything.
a fuckload of love. You get a lot of love.
Do I?
I swear to God.
I mean, listen, I was talking about this earlier on my podcast, Chappelle's World.
Hey, what the fuck, dude?
Come see me in San Diego, Mic Drop Comedy Club this weekend, Friday, Saturday.
You can go see him.
I'm pulling you.
No, go see him. Where are you?
It's opening, grand opening of the comedy club in San Diego called Mic Drop Comedy Club. You know Casey Courier?
Yeah.
His club.
If you're
It's his.
anywhere near Jersey, though, and you want to see Joey Diaz and Bryan Callen, go to New Brunswick, go to the Stress Factory. That's all.
Yeah.
May 5th, 7th. And if you're anywhere near Washington, D.C. the next weekend, the D.C. Comedy Loft. May 12th, 13th, 14th. I might have a special guest there.
Great comedy scene in D.C.,
Oh, yeah.
by the way.
Might have a special guest there.
Hey guys, real quick. There's
my
also
special Brea Improv. Still some tickets left. May 19th.
there's also a show coming up May 17th on a Tuesday.
And I'll be there.
Yeah, Brian's gonna be there. Lil Brow, Shapel, Mad Peaceful, me, Mark Harley, a bunch of people.
May 17th. I
May
can't
17th.
wait.
What else? Wait, yeah, back to censoring you.
Yeah.
No. What was I talking about?
No, talk about birds? I can't talk about birds?
No, you can't talk about birds. Because you discredited the fact that I wanted to fly like a bird. But anyways. And,
that was,
what were we talking about?
I was right
People
about that.
like me?
Admit that. Yeah, they love you. Wow, who doesn't like you?
No, because listen.
Do you get hate
listen,
ever? Do you even get one
Do I get hate?
No.
It's very rare. But
Exactly.
when I do, I notice it. I see it.
Nah, don't.
But the hate is like, okay, initially when I came onto this podcast, I knew I was going to get hate. I initially knew because here's the thing. I had to not fulfill your shoes or anything. I just had to come and do a position of someone that, like, podcasting is a cult. Like, people that like podcasting, they're like cult followers.
Yeah.
And they love you. Die hard you. So think about me coming in.
I talk about birds and flip-flops, but keep going.
Think about...
No, you did it. You filled some... That's hard, and you did it.
It is very hard. But I initially knew... I think I held my weight...
You did a great job.
Held my weight mentally...
100%.
As best as I could.
Because you don't have
You know.
an ego. One of my favorite things about you.
Yeah. It's
don't.
hard. It's hard for me to have an ego.
Why?
It's just because I guess
It's your best quality.
to not have an ego.
Yeah, like you're. I think it comes from the fact that you take care of people. You like people.
I do.
You know.
When I figured that out, I probably it was after my brother passed. After my brother passed, the only thing that got me through it was just helping people. So most people don't know this.
Wow.
So I had got for his life insurance, he made me the beneficiary, and I got 75 grand of 75 grand, right? I hated having that money.
Wow.
Hated it.
Why?
Because like every time I look at my bank account and I saw 75 grand, I was just like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Because it reminded me of my brother and the way I got that money. And then I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I can get 75 grand again, but I can't get my brother back. So what I did anytime someone said anything about needing help with something, I just did that.
Wow.
I just gave people it. That's what I did.
Wow.
And I lost it, and I pretty much got rid of all
Wow.
that money. So anyway, some people think I'm crazy. Some people may think it's crazy.
I don't think you're crazy at all.
You know, and I'm not saying you do, but
Well,
like some people might think it's like.
It doesn't surprise me because that's the kind of person you are. And
But that was the thing that helped me. You know, that was the only way I was able to
That's amazing.
able to pick myself back up again, because I started to. It almost in a sense helps you drop this kind of it's a sense of ego. The ego in the sense of, yes, I was grieving, but also I was me. Does that make sense?
Well, you're speaking with a lot of wisdom right now.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I pulling a Bryan Callen?
Well, maybe more than that. You know, I think that what you just said sounds simple but very profound. And what you said is that by giving, you know, what got you out of it is giving to other people, taking
Yes.
care of other people. And I think that's profound. And I think it's also got religious connotations. And I think that it's kind of what a lot of religions talk about.
Yeah.
But, you know, the way you're talking is I mean, that's a leap of faith, dude. That 75
Yeah.
grand is a lot of fucking money.
A lot of to a valet.
I mean, you were a valet. And
that was a lot of money.
And yet you spent it helping people.
Just anybody.
Isn't it weird how it empowers you?
But I didn't. But the thing was, Bryan,
Damn.
it wasn't like my intention. That was never my intention to do that. I think I was just so down and out that I was just like,
It felt good.
here. No, it was just like, here's this.
Yeah.
Here. Oh, you need help with something. I guess I was so down
Create
and
a
out
little
about
less suffering
myself.
in the world, a little less hardship in the world.
I'm trying to figure out what it was, because I feel like it was very organic, but you know, I was able to take the lesson from it because I thought back on it. I was like, man, what was that? And then I started to realize, I was like, oh, I was helping other people and watching these other people, you know, I guess be happy in a sense that, and I was like, and then I started to realize, I made you happy? Like, I made you feel good about.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Very much so. But you know, the other quality that you have that I think has to be talked about is when you tell me you spent 75 grand, that story, most people said I did that, I'd go like this. In my head, I'd go, 15 grand. You know what I mean? Like in my head, I go, not really. He didn't, but I like the story. I believe 100% of everything you say. I believe 100% of everything you say all the time, because that's your gift too. Is like, you just don't lie. You don't bullshit.
Yeah.
Here's what else I like about you. This is the other thing since it's our last day. You and I pretend to box, and you ask me questions about boxing, and then I do this thing, and you go, "Oh, what the fuck?" You know.
Yeah.
You're a much better athlete. You were crushing Brennan in that race, by the way. Nobody knows. You were beating him in that race.
I know what I was doing.
You
I know what I was
crushing him in that race before he pulled his
Brendan.
hamstring.
Where's my $1,000?
Yeah, where is that $1,000? But you're
When you get back
you're
from
a
your
much
press
better
tour.
athlete, much stronger, much bigger, and younger.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you learned for a couple months, you'd knock my fucking head off. But it's great because you go like this, oh, man, because you're giving me
But I don't know that world.
Yeah, but you're giving me respect.
I don't know that
I'm
world.
older, and you're just taking care of me. What you're doing there is you're actually taking care of me,
Okay.
whether you know it or not. You're
Really?
taking care of me. Yeah. You're letting me teach you something, and then you're going, whoa, you know, you're taking care of me. And I do that to people. So I appreciate that.
Oh, all right.
So anyway, you're going to get more and more successful. Don't lose any of that shit. Don't lose any of that. Stay exactly
Yeah.
the guy who gives $75,000 away. If you do that, in my humble opinion, I believe that it will lead you to the promised land.
What is the promised land?
I don't know. But you'll know it. You'll know it when you see
You know what?
it.
The next 75 grand I make, I'll invest into those.
In my company, Toho?
Into those.
Toho?
No, I would never. I
And
would
you'll
never.
make a fortune?
I would never. That'd be the last thing I give it to. It's
Really?
the fucking.
I guess you hate money.
No, I don't hate money.
I guess you hate giving back to animals in Africa.
I don't.
Oh, you don't like.
How am I giving back to animals? You guys use them to. You make it
That's so-
animals.
I like how you're talking. I guess you.
What are you talking about?
You hate elephants. Oh, okay.
I don't hate elephants. How's that helping elephants? You
You
use
hate
their skin.
wildebeest and you hate mako sharks.
That's their skin.
You hate all.
Is that not their
You hate
skin?
ostrich, wild
Is that-
ostrich.
What do you know?
No,
What do you
that-
know about ostrich?
Well, I mean, we have an exotic leathers thing that we do. I'm not even. I don't even own the company yet.
So wait,
I want to own it. I don't own.
So wait, okay.
I'm gonna take these clips and send it to the owner.
These animals, they're already dead, and you guys just get them and be like, hey, let's.
And actually, what people don't
you're
realize,
recycling.
What people don't realize about Africa is that when you have a game reserve and you have a lot of elephants, let's just take elephants because everybody loves elephants, right?
Yeah.
So if I were to say, hey, you want some elephant skin flip flops, you'd be like, fuck you, right?
Yeah,
I'm not wearing elephant skin until you realize that with elephants, because they're herd animals, the older ones, the ones that get sick or they breed too much, so the land cannot support them because they'll start tearing down all the vegetation. So the truth is, to keep healthy elephant populations migrating and stuff, they actually cull them because when you have to sterilize them, it's really expensive and hard. So the truth is, if they're too old to breed or they're way too old, they will either issue a very expensive hunting tag.
Yeah.
So you can do that with rhinos. So if you want to hunt a rhino that's really old and not breeding anymore, it'll cost you $350,000. You get to kill the rhino, right? Uh-huh. And then you get, but that money goes directly to the wardens, to the rangers, and to the game reserve.
Okay.
So
it's all controlled.
All of it.
Yeah.
So with toehold, when they get
I can't judge the situation because I don't know.
So if you're wearing because I saw.
Wait, are you going?
No, but I said I looked at these elephant skin flip flops and I was like, whoa, bro, because if I'm going to buy into a company, I can't do that. And so when they take that skin off an elephant, they take the meat if you can harvest it and they give it to the village, the nearby.
Okay.
Then you take the skin and you sell that skin. And there are all these government regulations. It's fucking crazy. You sell that skin to a licensed tannery or a skin dealer in the United States. They take that. When they take that skin and sell it, that money goes back to the fucking. When they sell it to the wholesaler, that money goes right back to the game reserve.
Let's take a break, Bryan. Yeah, let's take a good break.
Now I'm going to be at the Stress Factory this weekend with Joey Diaz. You come see me there. I'm going to be at the Comedy Loft in DC the following weekend, and then I'm shooting my special May 19th at the Brea Improv.
Yes, you are.
Where are you going to be, buddy?
May 6th and 7th, this coming weekend, I will be in San Diego at Mic Drop Comedy Club, and then May 12th, I'll be in Phoenix at Stand Up Live, and then later in the summer, June 24th to 25th, I'll be in Rhode Island at the Comedy Connection.
All right. Well, listen, life can be overwhelming.
It can be.
It can be kind of
crazy.
It can
be tough.
And we take care of our bodies and everything else, but people never tell you to take care of your mind.
Your mind.
Sometimes you have a lack of motivation. You feel helpless, trapped, detached, tired.
Yep.
And that happens to all of us. And you don't have anybody to talk to. I always talk about how guys don't a lot of times have other guys to talk about, in my case.
And we need to talk.
You do. Or you just got to have somebody who can listen, and everybody's too busy. BetterHelp is customized online therapy. It offers video, phone, even live chat sessions with your therapist. You don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to, but it's there. It's way more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. This is actually amazing. This is one of the great things about the internet.
Yeah.
Because people can't afford to drive there. They can't afford to go there. They don't want to go there. They don't want to sit in a waiting room. Fighter and Kid listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/fighter. That's betterhelp.com/fighter. Look, man, nobody likes waiting on a paycheck, especially when you got bills due. That's Chime, though. Chime, Chime. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early with direct deposit. That's 2 more days to save, pay bills, or just feel good about your money situation. Chime is more than just about getting paid early as well. It's an award-winning mobile app, checking account, debit card, and optional savings account. Got to save. So Chime can help you with that. So if you get a paycheck, whatever it is, get started with Chime today. Applying for a free account takes less than 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 minutes is easy.
Get started on Chime, CHIME.com/fighter. That's Chime.com/fighter. Banking services and debt card provided by the Bancorp Bank, this is very important, or Stride Bank, because I know you guys were wondering, N.A. I know this is very important. Members FDIC, which means it's guaranteed by the federal government. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer.
You know what I didn't realize? I watched this video clip on it. I just type in planet Earth shit all the fucking time.
I do too.
Because it's so interesting. Because I'm like, man, we don't live like that. But I watched this video on this elephant. It had passed away. I don't know if it like got sick. Eventually just died. And they talked about the importance of the animals like hyenas or lions coming in to pretty much eat all that.
Yeah.
Because if they don't, I guess it's like really bad for the earth.
Yes and no, but yeah.
In some sense,
it's all an ecosystem.
Yeah, like something that
Yeah.
to where it would just be really bad if that elephant's body just sat there
Yeah.
as is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Am I crazy?
Yes, you are. No, you're right.
Okay.
The problem is that when you have when you have a game reserve. So in South Africa, they take what used to be cattle ranches, and then they fence them off, and now you own a game reserve. And now you say, and you put up a lodge, and you go, you guys want to see animals in the wild? Come on by. These animals
They're not
are
really
in the wild.
so it's not really wild.
They're on a game. They're on what used to be
So all those
cattle
where they're
ranch.
taking pictures of and all that shit.
Most of that Kruger National Park is a little bit different because Kruger National Park
Kruger's
in
the one
South
that I
Africa,
always see like whenever I
Yeah.
look on YouTube.
That's an area the
Animal
size
shit.
of like Israel. Bring up Kruger National Park. It's fucking huge. But that
Yeah.
that area is where they have Delta Force guys stopping people from poaching rhinos and all that shit. But it's a really big area, right? 7,523 miles. Because that was a reserve that was set apart.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Kruger Park bigger than England. Look at that. It's fucking crazy, right? But most of the places, and by the way, it's so crowded with cars. It's so crazy crowded that the animals are like, oh boy.
They're just used to it, huh?
Yeah, the animals are like, oh shit, here comes another Jeep. Like there are lines of Jeeps.
All right. Hey, question.
Yeah.
Who's got a harder bite? Hyena or lion?
Hyena.
How'd you know that?
Hyenas can crack hippo bones. Yeah, hippo bones.
Did you know that? No? None of you guys knew that? Read a book.
Read a book.
I got that.
You
from
watched a video to
Oh,
find
yeah,
that
true.
out.
All right, that's fair. Okay,
Yeah.
you win that round. You win that
Yeah.
round. You win that
Right.
round. No, but I
So
always think
then, no, here's the problem. So now
Right.
you got a game reserve, and you buy animals and you put them on there. So you put elephants on there, you put giraffes on there, you put water buffalo on there,
Yeah.
you put gazelles, you put kudu, you put all that stuff. Then you but people want to see lions. They want to see a pride of motherfucking
big
lions.
cats.
Yeah, they want to see cheetah. They want to see leopards. They want to see these things. Okay.
wait, of the big cats, are lions the only ones that roll together?
Yeah, they're pride. Well, cheetahs will roll sometimes in pairs, and then the kids are there. But yeah, for the most part, lions are they run in a
We're probably
pride.
driving fans crazy right now.
They're like fucking a pack, right? No. Here's what people don't know: when you have a game reserve and you got lions on there, you can't afford it because the lions are going to kill all your other animals. So you got to keep restocking with
Animal,
giraffes, water buffaloes,
Impalas.
kudu, all that shit, because they will fucking. And oh, by the way, you might not have leopards. You got leopards. Leopards find their way in.
Yeah.
Then you got ceravils. You got all kinds of
Leopards
cats.
are the ones that are kind of like Lone Rangers.
Yeah. You got cats, all different
Yeah.
kinds of cats too. And the cats come in and fuck things up. So if you got to herd a zebra, it starts to cost you crazy money. So lions,
Because of the lions.
they're too good at hunting. They're too good at killing.
The female's the best.
Oh, dude, so are the males though.
No, the female's better than
Yeah,
the male.
but there are 4 hours at night when the males are like, I'm coming.
Really?
Oh yeah. They used to think only females hunted.
Yeah.
Then they had these night cameras, and they were like, yeah, they lay around for 20 hours. That 4 hours, holy fucking shit.
Dude, there's this video. I don't know how true it is. There's this video I watched of this lion fucking up these hyenas because I think
They hate hyenas.
It came through. A hyena came over and like killed one of
Sworn
their-
enemies.
Yeah, and so the male lion went out and fucking
Yeah, bro.
hunted these motherfuckers and
No.
got revenge.
Yeah, so
I don't know
there's-
how true that video
No,
is.
it is true. It's called they called him Itwa Dumela, and the Tanzanians called him this male lion. So all these hyenas are they're ganging up on this female. They're killing her, right?
You got to put a caption right there. What he said.
And the male lion hears it going on. And you just see, and I think it was Powers Booth who was fucking narrating it. You just see
Shout out to Powers
it
Booth.
goes,
Rest in
it
peace.
goes Itwa Dumela, and it says in Swahili this means one who greets with fire. Yeah. bring
Did you?
that up.
Oh, you found it?
No.
One who greets with fire.
One who greets with fire.
And you just see this fucking lion, and he goes, "He is the hyena killer."
What just happened there?
And you see this motherfucker
was
coming,
so weird.
and all the hyenas run. All of them are
Dude.
like, "Ah!" And he catches one and breaks its back, and then
Oh,
catches
shit. Oh,
another.
this, yep,
there
there it is.
Watch this one. I
Yep.
don't know if we're allowed to, but let's
can't,
watch it
yeah,
anyway.
so I'll just edit it
Watch
out.
it anyway.
Yeah, just edit it out
Watch
or whatever.
this.
But
Go
we'll
to
s-
this.
The day belongs to the lions.
Dude,
Bryan,
you
there's
just
this-
die.
there was
You
this
just
one
die
video-
by mouth.
I watched too many of these fucking videos. There was this one where it was one lion and a shitload of hyenas.
Yeah.
Male lion. And it was like, it was
Was it a
outnumbered.
female or was it a male?
It was a male lion.
You sure?
Yeah. It was outnumbered. And then another male lion comes over. Wow. They fucking book it.
Oh yeah.
And it was just, and it was still outnumbered, even though it was two lions.
Yeah.
But two male lions can fucking rock
Male
those
lions will
hyenas' world.
swim in the water with crocodiles and growl at them.
Really?
Yeah, they're just like, the crocodiles.
I didn't know male lions were swimming now.
They swim.
I knew tigers did. And the jaguar. as you would say.
Jaguars? Jaguars?
Yeah.
Jaguars are essentially aquatic cats. The jaguar. The jaguar is for me it's the strongest because for me it's it's 300 pounds.
Yes. And they carry their food up into a fucking tree.
Yes, they come.
that crazy?
Cayman. Yeah, they are.
That's that shit. I love watching those damn videos. And I like to find like the crazy, like Nature is Metal on Instagram.
Me too, dude.
Sign me the fuck up.
How about that chimpanzee that was bashing that fucking seagull to death? Yeah, caught a seagull and was just going. I don't know if it's a chimp, but it was a monkey and just bashing its fucking
But
head.
you know what's
The kids
crazy?
were like, oh no.
You know what's crazy about it all? Is all they're doing is just trying to eat.
That's right.
That at the end of the day, these motherfuckers just trying to eat.
There's an exception.
That's what's fucking crazy about it. It's and people look at it and go, "Oh, they're evil," and it's like, no, bitch, I'm hungry.
There's an exception in Goma. In Goma, yeah, I know.
Right.
You get me started. There's an exception.
Why did I get him on this? This is my last episode.
The chimpanzee. I say it the French way. The chimpanzee. Because they're so human, they're the only animal that we know of. They might be with dolphins too, but they're the only animal we know of that actually was going into other territories of other bands of chimpanzees, killing the males, and then
take
taking the
dominance or
territory
whatever?
over and taking the females and babies as their own. Very human. Killing the males.
Oh yeah.
So young males would patrol their line of territory.
Okay.
And then they'd catch other males from the other bands alone or two at a time, just kind of out there
Yeah.
foraging, and kill them. And then they would expand their territory. How about
fucking crazy?
How about that shit? Yeah.
So wait, they're basically jumping from territory to territory.
Human.
Fucking
Our
crazy.
ancestors. Our ancestors.
The chimpanzee.
The chimpanzee. Let's see if you guys have a good memory. What animal can
Oh no.
what animal can see a snake better than any other animal in the wild?
Eagle.
No.
Eagle.
Eagles. Yeah, but
Is it the eagle? It has to be the eagle. Because you ever seen the eagle fucking catch a
no,
snake?
they have
fish
better
are
eyes.
they?
They have better eyes than anybody, but humans. Humans.
Humans.
Oh, we can. Yeah, that's.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Man,
'Cause snakes
why
are
did you
so-
do that?
I don't know.
Why'd you make it like that?
He loves questions like that, like
You
the
should
wine
have.
one.
You should have been like, besides humans, who could see a snake better?
I like asking questions though.
Oh, I mean, listen. Since Brendan's been gone, he's been having a fucking whirl with asking these fucking.
But people
these
like
these
they like you.
questions.
Are you excited about your independence, your new move?
Yeah, my independence, like I was a slave.
What are you going to do? God, you're right. I apologize. You got me on that. I'm sorry I said that. And you're right. You're right. But I know it was hard breaking away. You felt bad. Right? And you were like, fuck.
No,
I'm sorry. You're independent.
you excited for your independence?
Erase that. Delete that.
It's so funny.
Fuck, that's all I need.
I know, right?
Racist. Like, no.
We're clipping that.
No, I just had to throw it at you. It was fun.
I deserved it.
It was a fun jab.
I deserved it.
You excited for your independence?
I fucking deserved it. But
No,
you're going
no, but
off on your own.
I
your
truly,
own podcast, your
I
own,
truly am.
which you should, by the way.
I don't know, man. It's just doing the things like I get to do. Headlining is so fucking fun.
It's where you belong.
Headlining, like,
There's nothing better. Is there anything better?
Like listen, I love Brendan. Brendan, thank you for letting me feature for you. But man, I am bored featuring.
You need an hour.
There's just something about
An hour. Where you're telling a story, you're working it out.
The skill set you have to like have, and I guess I get excited for headlining because I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is a new thing to learn.
Yeah.
This is like this thing, like I love to learn something new, and I want to learn something obviously within, the thing I love to do. If I get to learn a new thing, hell yeah, that just keeps the excitement going, and it makes me expand my brain even more, wanting to look at these certain areas. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I talk about on stage, all of it has to do with me, and a lot of it is just like reflective over the years of things that I've gone through, and I've taken these like traumatic things and made them just goofy, because I've learned to be okay with all of it. You know what I mean? So to talk about it the way that I am able to talk about it is so fucking dope. Mm-hmm. Like that to me
Are
is
you
a
going to
fucking...
shoot a special?
Who?
Are you going to shoot a special?
Not yet. I want a headline. Like I want like a consistent, strong,
Smart
headlining tour before I just
take your.
I have no
time.
reason to fucking put one out right now.
I always say that.
I want it to be.
What's the rush in a special? Take your fucking time.
I want it to be something, obviously, that I'm really proud of because I'm very critical of myself. I've been recording my sets and I've been watching back, and just to be able to go, oh, I could have done that better if I just say this, and apply that, and then put that out there on the stage and watch it, and you see the result of what you've studied.
And you might, by the way,
my
experience the last 3 weeks of your like before you shoot your special, you may change a shitload because you'll start going, fuck, like, can I get deeper on this? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get crazy.
No, that makes sense.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I did like a 8-minute set or 9-minute set for Don't Tell Comedy, those secret shows. Don't Tell Comedy. I think you've done some. But they started, applying this thing where they film comedian sets, especially comedians that are up and coming, that are really good, that no one may really know about, but they're really good. And it's like, hey, let's give them a chance. It's kind of like what late night.
Yeah.
You know how late night was a thing, and if you got on late night, it was that, I guess, not guess, but living in this world of social media where everything's social media heavy, and it's like, hey, well, why don't we just do this thing where we make this platform and help, put comedians out there. Mm-hmm. So it was cool to see myself in on film like that.
Yeah, man.
It was like, beautifully produced, different cameras, and just the only difference is like you got one shot. Whereas like a special, you got two shots. So you kind of, go with your best. But even seeing that, I love that I actually did it, and I didn't want to do it at first. I didn't want to film a set. I'm like, man, I want to put something out there that's like, it's like, you know what, actually do this. Just it's 8 minutes in comparison to what you're gonna do in a headlining set. Mm-hmm. So 8 minutes is like, just put it out there. A lot of the jokes that I did are jokes that I'll continue to do because I had to condense them to fit the 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But
do you get worried about like what you're gonna do next? Like, do you get worried about the next hour? Do you ever have that anxiety?
No, because I'm still building an hour.
Yeah.
That's the second video is look at me just being big on stage and comfortable and smiling and shit.
It's great though.
But yeah, it was really, really cool.
It's great.
But no, I haven't done an hour yet. But it is exciting to. I remember when I first, after JFL, I got my agents, right, and they were like, "Hey, you got an offer for a headlining gig." And I told them, I said, "Hey, I have 30 minutes, okay?" I was like, I could stretch to a 45, but I was like, I really want to get at least a solid 45 to where, I'm comfortable. But obviously, if the offers are coming in,
do you consider yourself an intelligent person? Honestly, be honest.
In the sense, I don't know a lot of shit.
That's not what I asked.
I know a lot.
That has nothing to do with intelligence.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's fair.
It has zero. That's like I know a lot of shit, and it means it just means I had more stuff put in my ear.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the intelligent thing,
I went looking.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because I feel like I'm just constantly
So you're
learning.
very intelligent.
Yes.
No, you're not
Emotionally.
No, you're no.
And with my
no. Don't quantify it. You're very intelligent. You need to know that. I hope you know that. I'm not wrong, and I'm not. It's not an opinion. It's a fact. You're a very intelligent guy, and you're very self-aware, and you're very aware. Well, you're just fucking talking about. I need more time, a half hour. Like that shit's being very self-aware and intelligent. And so a lot of people think that they're not that intelligent or that all that stuff. You're very curious.
Always.
And you're very interested in what you don't know. Hold on. I'm going to need more of that out of you guys.
Well,
you're very interested in what you don't know.
And I'll say this.
That's my definition. One of my definitions.
And this is why. Like I said that when I first signed with my brother, I said, hey, I only have 30 minutes. I could stretch to a 45, but I have a strong 30 minutes. I was like, I want to get, And I say that because my favorite comedians, right? Patrice O'Neal. I love Patrice O'Neal. I love Eddie Murphy. I love Bill Burr. I love Daniel Tosh. All these comedians that I highly admire. And to see what they do in an hour is fucking amazing to me. And I'm like, I want to eventually get to that. But that's why I told my agents, like, I look up to these like people that are like,
that's great.
North Stars to me.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like disrespect the fact that I look up to them or like I want to do that justice. It's like if I look up to these people, I kind of have to deliver this thing.
I ever tell you
if that makes any sense.
Did I ever tell you when I sat down with Patrice O'Neal, the only time I really actually spent time with him? I was with Dove Davidoff. Can't remember. We might have been at the Comedy Cellar. I don't know. And he started talking about relationships and women and equating it with karate and how they show you their karate. You show them your karate. And now I didn't know. I know who he is, but I also came up with him. So
yeah.
I'd performed with him in New York, but I didn't, and because his fame came almost after,
Yeah.
And I was just listening to him, and I was probably in my 40s, and I looked at Dove, I went, this shit is heavy. And Dove goes, the man drops a heavy truth. He drops a heavy truth. I don't remember a lot of the stuff. I do remember a lot of stuff he said, but it was so fucking profound. And so metaphorical. It was so fucking good. And I was like, this dude's just telling me this right now because I brought something up, and he's dropping this kind of wisdom. It's like, this should be a fucking TED Talk.
Yeah.
It should be
what's crazy,
like,
what's crazy about Patrice that people don't realize, because I watch people try to do what he did, but there was a level of intelligence within himself that he understood, and I think that's why he was able to deliver what he was able to deliver on stage. And I don't think a lot of people are really tapped in with themselves that strongly to be able to do what he does. That's why I watch so many people try to do it, and I'm like, oh, you're just trying to say it because Patrice would say it, but you're not tapped in with yourself, emotionally or anything like that. And he was. He that's why he would say the things he would say. And he said something that I'll never forget. He goes, man, if I'm not honest with myself, he goes, then I don't want to walk. I don't want to go do anything. He goes, I have to be honest.
It's like that thing where Tim Robbins one time, I don't know if you know who he is, but he did this movie called Dead Man Walking with Sean Penn. And he had Eddie Vedder do the music, Springsteen do the music.
Show me Tim Robbins.
The Dead Man Walking, the soundtrack is fucking amazing. Oh, you got to see that movie.
Tim Robbins, OG. Yeah,
OG, a bad motherfucker. But
Yeah.
this Sean Penn, one of Sean Penn at his best. Like he won an Oscar, I think.
Oh shit.
Or almost like this was him at his best. This is when Sean Penn was like, fucking unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I mean, unbelievable, right? And I mean, he was so good in this. I got to rewatch this. And Susan Sarandon, this is fucking old shit.
Shouts out to Susan Sarandon.
Based on a true story, by the way. And Tim Robbins wanted music, and he chose artists. He said, I didn't want an artist. I a musician who uses tricks and hooks. I wanted musicians that tell stories, at all costs.
Yeah.
And that's a good soundtrack. But I never forgot that. And I thought to myself, as a comic, I'm using a lot of tricks and hooks, but you want to tell a story. Ultimately,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
you want to say something anyway.
exactly. And that's what I, when it comes to like doing a special,
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta say something.
Yeah.
Because I watched so many of them, and Patrice Elephant in the Room is probably my number one.
I gotta watch it.
Great special. But from start to finish, he is saying something, and he does this thing that's so unique. Where I describe it as this: the way he sets up his jokes. Because I noticed, I was like, okay, yeah. As comedians, we already know the punchline. The audience doesn't. We already know the punchline. So he takes people through these walks. He'll take you through a park. Take you, through this nice little park. You'll see some nice things in the park, and then when the punchline comes, all of a sudden you're at this amusement park. You're at this better thing, and like he was really good at walking people to this punchline because he already knew it. They don't know it, but the way he would walk people to it was fucking amazing, and I appreciated that. I appreciate that about him.
Craft,
because it's like, it's such a fucking craft, and I don't even know how much he even realized it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've listened to quite a few of his interviews, but he could just go, and like you said, everything was so profound. But it was just, that special Elephant in the Room, I'm telling you, from start to finish. Also, when I watch a special,
can you look up Patrice O'Neal? And did he go to college?
I don't think so.
I think he was a reader, though. I think he did a lot of reading.
But so he was saying things so dope that it's hitting the audience at home.
Yeah.
Like people sitting on their couch are watching it, and like you could feel it. That's what I think is like dope. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta take my time on this.
I just want to stop you. Now look, man, this is something some of the most successful people I know.
Okay.
Physical people.
Yep.
Thoughtful people.
Yep.
Take athletic greens.
Okay.
Athletic greens is basically, you get essentially all your phytonutrients, bioflavonoids, probiotics, like vitamins, everything you can think of, your fiber, everything in one scoop. One scoop of AG1 contains 75 minerals, vitamins, whole food sourced ingredients, a multivitamin, a multimineral, a probiotic, green superfood blend, so you get all your vegetables. More in one convenient daily soup. It's delicious.
So this works for vegans.
Yes, it does. It's delicious. Mm-hmm. It's a special blend of high quality bioavailable ingredients in a scoop of AG1. It fills in all your nutritional gaps because you don't have time. But it supports energy, it supports focus. My buddy Sam Tripoli was doing a podcast with him, and he was like, literally, I was like, dude, are you on? What's going on? Are you on drugs? He goes, dude, I took athletic greens. I have so much energy. It's crazy.
And he swears by it.
It works.
Okay.
It does. And I know people that are very in tune with their bodies and very successful that take this and they swear by it. And they also, the thing about, you never know what's going to be in a container of something.
Never.
Athletic Greens is obsessed with making sure that the ingredients you get in there are really, really good. There's 1 gram of added sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything, okay, to keep it tasting good. So you get all kinds of people to do it. For me, the endorsement was the people I know who are the most successful and intelligent take it, and that's all I needed to know. Athletic Greens is going to give you an immune-supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. If you visit athleticgreens.com/fighter today, visit athleticgreens.com/fighter to take control of your health and give AG1 a try. LMNT, pronounced element, okay, is basically a way to get electrolytes into your body. Mm-hmm. Okay, electrolytes are something you will die with if you don't have enough. Mm-hmm. The first thing they do when you're, in a bad way and you've been dehydrated or whatever is they put electrolytes in your body. They try to balance your electrolytes. Okay, Element is a tasty electrolyte drink mix with everything you need and nothing you don't. Lots of salt with no sugar. Contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams sodium, which I don't know, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. Most people are low on magnesium, actually. So I'm going to take their word for it. But you got no junk, no sugar, no coloring, no artificial ingredients, no gluten, no fillers, no BS. Element, LMNT, is formulated to help anyone with electrolyte needs and is perfectly suited to follow for people who follow keto, low carb, paleo diet. And it basically balances you.
Another product
out.
for everybody.
Correct. It's so sure you'll love their product, by the way, Element, and that it comes with more than they are offering you. A free Element sample pack, LMNT. That's 8 single-serving packets free. Just cover the cost of shipping, $5 for U.S. customers. Get your drinkelement.com. Okay, so it's drinklmnt.com/fighter. The deal is not available on the regular website. You got to go to DRINKLMNT, drinkelement.com, fighter. And it also offers a no questions asked refund. Try it totally risk-free. If you don't like it, share it with a salty friend. We will give you your money back, or they will give you your money back. No questions asked. You have nothing to lose. I love that. So they're standing behind their product. Try it out. You ever taken the Alpha Brain?
I haven't.
It's a nootropic.
I've always been intrigued by it.
It's a nootropic. It improves. They did these double-blind studies at the Boston School of Memory, and it actually improves memory and cognition. Nootropics actually work. And Alpha Brain is, I think, Joe Rogan kind of started experimenting with nootropics when he saw that the Chinese military were using them.
Okay.
And then he figured out what was in them, started taking them, and got obsessed. And that's how Onnit was born. So Alpha Brain is that thing. They got Alpha Brain Instant Black Label, Focus Shot. They got stuff for your sleep, New Mood. They got melatonin spray. And the reason I've always loved Onnit was because Rogan would use all of their products. Just created a company and you go to his house and he's got it all there. He uses it every day. They got joint oil. They got Active B Complete. They got everything they got. If you get vitamin D from them, if you get creatine from them, you get glutamine from them. It's all. You get Shroom Tech Support.
Yeah.
And Shroom Tech Sport, which is unbelievable. It's a blend of mushrooms that actually it oxygenates your body, gives you more endurance. The vitamin D spray, everything they have, I promise you, is going to be the best supplements you can find on planet Earth. Onnit.com/fighter, 10% off. Get some. So I want to just show you something. Patrice Lumumba Malcolm. All right, you laugh, but that's a really important name. You laugh, but that's
no. I'm not laughing at the name as much as I'm laughing at you pronouncing it.
Well, Lumumba is a very famous African.
Yes,
he was assassinated.
Yeah, he was. Yep.
Okay, so but I want to just make a point.
Uh-huh.
Okay, was born in New York City, December 1969. He was named by his mother after Patrice Lumumba, leader of the Congolese independence movement. I think Lumumba was killed by the CIA, by the way, and Republic of Congo's first prime minister, and the African-American human rights activist Malcolm X.
Yeah.
He was bullied at school over his name, but later said it taught him how to be a man. He and his sister, Zinder, were raised by their mother in Boston's largely black working-class Roxbury neighborhood. O'Neal never had a relationship with his father, although he was aware of his identity.
Do you know that neighborhood? What that neighborhood is like? The Roxbury neighborhood.
No, I don't.
No. Oh, okay.
But so I don't know much about him. Now, so he turned down a sports scholarship at Northeastern University in Boston, which included a housing grant, in favor of studying performing arts at the university with a major in theater studies. Okay? Mm-hmm. Okay? His interest in comedy had grown by this time, and he took up a work as a bouncer, blah, blah, blah. Now, so I'm bringing this up because Patrice O'Neal was an educated man. And you know why I know that? Because his mother was clearly an educator. She might have been in a poor neighborhood. His mother understood who Patrice Lumumba was.
Yes.
And you can't understand who Patrice Lumumba was, and you can't name your son Patrice Lumumba, without understanding Lumumba's historical impact.
Yeah. You have
Africa,
to really know that. Yeah.
On the United States, on the United States legacy, on being African American, on being African, on being black. So this woman had a strong understanding of the significance of that name in one way or another, which means she was reading and reaching outside of herself. It wasn't all about her, okay? And when she raised that boy alone, or maybe with the son, I promise you that value system, that understanding of who you are and your responsibility as a black man in America, because Malcolm X and Patrice Lumumba, two people that were assassinated for their stand, for their belief, for their philosophy, and for their courage. They were assassinated by a power structure. most likely a white power structure that had different ideas. That was not lost on that woman.
No.
And then,
Oh, he speaks. I think they speak about that in the doc.
okay,
And she
I
gave
bet
him
they
in
did.
his doc. And I think she gave him a fuck. I can't remember what book.
yeah,
She gave him.
Okay, so Patrice
that,
grew
like-
up. I promise he grew up
Yeah.
reading. I promise he
Yeah,
grew up
yeah.
reading. And if he didn't grow up reading, he grew up understanding. Now you don't get a theater degree. You don't get a theater degree like that in theater studies without having to read all of Shakespeare. You don't get a theater degree without having to read William Inge, Tennessee Williams. I can give you all the names. And then you don't read those plays without having historical context for where they were and why they were. And when you're playing those characters, you have to know what it is to be this, that, and the other thing. Tennessee Williams was writing about fucking, and you ain't getting your fucking degree back then like me without understanding Tennessee Williams, William Inge. You're not understanding he's a gay man in the South who had to keep it a secret and what that meant. And you're not getting it without understanding there's a brutality in the South, a brutality. So that if you're a black person in certain towns in the South, you don't let the sun come down on you because you'll die, okay? All that shit is part of what Patrice O'Neal grew up with. And the larger point I'm making is that if you want to be like Patrice O'Neal, which I believe you could be, you have to educate yourself and hold yourself to the same standard of education, because what gave him the fodder to speak that way was the fact that this man had immersed himself in the best that had been thought and said.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So that's my argument for education.
No. Yeah, and I completely agree, and that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to the headlining, you know, it's making me. I mean, you even said this to me when we first met, like back in Arizona, like after you saw me go up, you go, man, like you said, get out of here, obviously, and but you were like, are you reading? You know, like what like that was the thing I remember the most is when you said, what are you reading? What are you trying to do to expand?
So you see?
You know, which I was like, oh, I've never thought about that with comedy. Was like, what are you reading?
It's so important.
It's so fucking important.
It's important for your
it's
life.
made me, and honestly, reading the books I have read has made me understand things about myself to where I go, oh my God, oh shit, you know.
Why you're
things
here.
I used to get mad about. I used to get so, you know what I used to get mad about when I was a kid? It would drive me fucking crazy when people would call me white.
God damn.
I used to get so
blame
mad
you.
about that.
Other,
It used to
other
drive
black
me,
people would call you that?
and everybody.
Damn.
Everybody. And, you know, I got it at home a lot from my
Really?
stepfather.
Wow.
And so dealing with that, you know, think about it. Like, it put me in this position to when I look in the mirror, I see a black kid.
Of course.
But to everyone out there, they're like, oh, you're white.
I've never thought that.
You're white. I know. And you haven't. But people would
That's
say
people
it.
trying to keep you in a box in one way or another, right?
Exactly. It was just all based off of
Defining you.
all based off of my interest. You know what I mean? And you know, I may talk a certain way or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But I used to get so fucking mad
blame you.
about it, and I would try to fight people over it. But I was just like, eventually, I got to a point, obviously, where that fighting it exhausts you. You know what I mean? You get exhausted, so you're fighting this way.
You only
to
fight
where-
because sometimes you believe it yourself a little bit, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that was my thing. That was my thing. And it took certain things.
Embarrassing when people say that too. It's
Yeah, because
embarrassing.
it's like, oh, I can't. It's like to you, like this is who I am to you.
I don't have an
Meanwhile,
identity.
it's like,
I'm wearing a costume.
Yeah, I'm wearing a costume to you, and it's like, meanwhile, it's just like, fuck it. This is. And I eventually had to just say, fuck it. This is just who the fuck I am.
Mm-hmm.
And some of those people that I still know today that used to make fun of me about it and used to just call me white, eventually gave up because they were like, oh, this guy's just been himself.
Yeah.
The whole fucking
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean?
First of all,
But-
you're a comic.
Yeah.
So you're a comic, and that's already you're
Yeah.
already on the outside looking in.
But reading helped me understand that a lot more.
Thomas Sowell.
Not this. No, not that yet. But it was just certain things of understanding that at the end of the day, no one can ever define you, no matter what. Like at the end of the day, no matter what people say,
You're also
and
changing,
people
right?
can leave a comment about you or something. At the end of the day, they still don't. They still don't have the right to define
and by the way, they might
it.
be right today, but you know who I am today is not who I'm going to be tomorrow.
Exactly.
Or could be tomorrow.
Exactly.
Anyway.
And so, one of the biggest things was reconnecting with my biological father.
Yeah.
Because there were certain things he said, he didn't necessarily just like, oh, you're black. You know, it wasn't that. It was just the sense of, he was showing me relatives. This is your great grandma.
Wow.
This is your great grandpa.
Wow.
But hearing that,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like when people call me white, it's like, hey, I can't go back and look at old white people and be like, yeah, that's my fucking, that's my cousin.
You're black.
You know, exactly. Like, and my adoptive folks.
That's not a choice.
And that's what I'm saying. My adoptive folks, who I fucking love to death. You know, to this day, like I'm still connected with them. You know, they're beautiful fucking people. And I think they understood, like, yeah, like there's only we can give you love and care for you and teach you these, you know, these things within range. But at a certain point, you're gonna have to seek out.
That's right.
And I think that's one thing I learned from my adoptive folks.
Know thyself, man.
Yes, exactly. Because it's like, hey, we can't show you family lineage. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
Is that the word?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to be on my Bryan mode right now. But
Lineage, I like that word.
You're doing great.
am I doing great? Okay.
Yeah, you're killing it.
They can't show me that because they don't know it. They just know, hey, this kid was in need.
Well, that was something you
Does
had.
that make sense?
Yeah, that's something sometimes in life, and I just had this conversation with my buddy who's going through some shit.
Yeah.
And I said the truth is sometimes you go through things in life, you're the only one who can get yourself out of it.
Only
You're
one.
The only one.
only person.
The only one. You realize,
Only one.
motherfucker, I'm alone.
Yeah.
I'm in this rowboat alone. I don't see any land.
Dude, I'm telling you, even with my brother passing,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm a lone wolf.
You're alone.
I'm alone in this.
I
Get this, like
I could hold your hand for a while, but
exactly. People can hold your hand and all this shit,
Nah.
but at the end of the
that
day,
crazy?
it's all on you.
yes.
And I don't know how, like most people, like I could sit here
When you accept
and blame
that-
so many things.
No, when you accept that, though, it's so fucking.
on those situations,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's like I could sit here and blame my abusive stepfather all day.
Yeah.
But hey, guess what? I don't live with him anymore.
And he made-
I'm not
and he
around him.
made- he's a large
Actually,
part
I
of
love
what
it.
made you.
Hey, shout out. I'll say his name. You're not gonna find him. Shout out to Jerry.
Yeah, because what Jerry, who was going through his own shit, made
And that's
you.
what I realized.
Made you. Yeah, he was going through his own
guess
shit.
what? Guess what about Jerry? Guess what? He didn't know his father,
There you go.
and to this day, it still eats him up.
Of course it does.
You know.
Of course it does.
But
He's wounded.
But man, to be able to fucking, take the I don't even know if he know if he really had my power.
But it made you more compassionate.
he did for a second. He had my actually he did.
But
have
it
my
made
power.
you more compassionate,
Yes.
right? It made you more
Yes.
compassionate, even for him.
Yes.
You get older, and all of a sudden you're like,
Yeah, because it's like, what do you want me to do?
well, it made you
What
who you
can
are,
we
man.
What can we do other than move forward?
Well,
because
not-
I was like, we can butcher this situation all day.
Yeah, but your job,
But
in
it's
my
like,
opinion,
where
your
the
job.
fuck-
If you listen, this is for anybody, and this is what
Yeah.
freed me. Your job is to orchestrate your life in such a way that you get to a point.
Mm-hmm.
The goal is to get to a point where you write Jerry a letter, whether you send it or not, thanking him for being the angel or the demon that pushed you to your best self. Like that
Yeah.
is so important. I don't give a fuck who did what to you.
Yeah.
It-
And
revenge
guess what,
is a
Brian?
waste of time.
No one does.
No,
No one fucking
revenge is
does.
a waste of time. It's just chaos.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just chaos, man.
Dude.
That took a form of humans. That took a form of Jerry.
Yeah.
That took a
Yeah,
form
yeah.
of people. That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Yeah.
The chaos is what's going to push me to my best self.
Yeah. Because here's the thing.
Alone.
This is when I realized no one gave a fuck. As I was becoming an adult, and I was holding that baggage of my stepfather and all that whole situation, and as I was, like I said, as I was growing to be an adult, and I'm going into jobs, I'm going into schools, all of my, like these things that hey, you're off to do these things. You're an adult now. You're off to live on your own. All this shit. The people out there, they don't give a fuck. A teacher doesn't fucking care
They
what
can't.
happened to you.
They can't.
Your assignment was not turned in.
They do
at the time I
look,
told you it was fucking
even
supposed
if
to be turned
care,
in. You see what I'm
can't-
saying?
yeah,
though?
even if you care, there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
That like my acting teacher used to say, family dead, family killed in a fire, terrible. We got to shoot. Fuck.
But
We gotta
but
shoot.
You got it. But
The show must go on.
but you have to hear that. You have to hear those things.
Yes.
'Cause if someone didn't say that to me, like my shout out Chip Chilton, my anger management teacher, my third one. When I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I don't have any confidence because, you know, the way my stepfather would treat me and stuff. I don't have any confidence, you know. And he laughed. He goes, what? It was your confidence. It was never his.
Yeah.
It's never his.
There you go.
It's all yours. What are you talking about? He goes, you with him right now? He was so fucking real with me. He was so
bring up
so
Ronnie
fucking
Lott.
real.
Bring up Ronnie
So
Lott.
fucking real with me. Who?
Ronnie Lott.
Who's that?
Football player?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ronnie Lott.
Now try to bring up a picture of him with his
big
finger.
motherfucker. With his finger.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott would knock himself out. He hit people so hard. See that finger?
Hey,
Ronnie Lott, there was a playoffs, might have been the Super Bowl, can't remember.
that's not him.
No.
No, someone else.
Might have been playoffs, might have been Super Bowl, I don't know. Either way, they said, your finger is so fucked up that we're going to have to put in a cast. You're not going to be able to catch. He's safety, free safety. They're like, we're not going to be able to really figure out. He goes like this. He goes, because it's broken so badly, we have to re-break and put it on. And he goes like this. He goes, cut it off. And they were like, what? And he goes, cut it off. I can't
Really?
have it in the way. We got to win this game. So they cut that motherfucker off. That's Ronnie Lott. Show must go on.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
And I'm not
voice
saying
is
like
really good.
I remember there was someone I was talking to. Gosh, I can't remember. It was right after I had this like, was it revelation? Is that the word I'm
Yeah.
looking for?
Yeah. Yes.
After I had this revelation about all that shit, and I was actually comfortable to talk about my story, you know, talk about my past, and someone was like, man, fuck, like don't you just have all this kind of hate for him, huh? And I was like, actually, I don't.
No.
I was like, I don't at all. And they're like, what? Like that man fucking, you know, treated you this way, blah, 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 all this shit. And I was like, no, I don't.
That shit's useless.
Yeah, because and I realized how useless it fucking was. Because there's honestly no fucking forward motion with that. There's no way. Like,
Zero.
There's zero.
You get to be right. You get to
Yeah.
be right you get to be right and stagnant
Yeah.
in a fucking stagnant pond. Right. What do you got, Chin?
I thought you were going somewhere with it.
I know. I thought he had something.
I just get fucking pumped up
Yeah.
because I'm a singer.
That was a great convo. Hey, this is great.
I love it, dude.
Yeah.
I love talking to you.
Yeah, it was a great conversation.
You're one of my favorite people.
Oh, well, thank you. You're one of mine too.
Ah, shit.
Thank you, Bryan.
So Dave Chappelle was recently performing at the Hollywood Bowl last night.
Yeah.
And a attacker actually came up on stage and tried to tackle him. And I guess he had a fake gun on him.
Well, it's a gun that shoots knives.
Yeah, that shoots knives,
knives.
essentially.
What?
Yeah.
But
Never heard of that.
it actually did not hurt Dave Chappelle. And there's actually footage of the man being
Stomped.
wielded away on
yeah,
a
yeah.
gurney afterwards, and his arm was fucked up like a flamingo because Dave Chappelle said that him,
Busta Rhymes, Jamie Foxx,
Jamie
Jeff
Foxx,
Ross.
and Jeff Ross had all like stomped him out.
Well, those guys didn't, but the security,
But-
I think, did. But
Yeah.
you see this. I love how,
Hollywood, we're
Is this a video cat or someone?
Yo, so
I mean, and then Dave got back on stage and goes, it was a trans woman.
Oh, yeah.
More would bowl.
He's so stupid.
For private, here's some more video of that suspect being loaded into an ambulance there. Police don't have any motive. He was taken to the hospital. Police say the weapon he used was a replica gun that fires knife blades. Here's some more video of that suspect being loaded into an ambulance there.
People were
Was there
cheering.
as well. He came on stage after the incident and even cracked a joke, apparently asking, was that Will Smith?
Wait, so how did he fucking get in the Hollywood Bowl with
Probably.
that weapon?
I don't know. Probably
I'm not
there
sure.
weren't. I don't know. Probably it was.
That's what's crazy to me.
Ooh,
look at that
his
fucking
arm.
arm. Yeah.
Right?
Well, Well, he's a dick.
Yeah.
People were saying it looked like Tom Segura when he tried to dunk the basketball.
Oh, and his
Yeah.
fucking arm was fucking.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nick-
He didn't say motive or anything like that. They haven't come out with any of
Seems
that
like
shit.
a crazy dude. Some,
Yeah, it
People
just
are
seems,
trying to draw it to the fact that there was backlash with Dave Chappelle and his trans jokes, but it isn't confirmed.
I don't want to go off. I don't want to go off of
This person's
that.
mentally
yeah,
disturbed.
that's
Yeah.
When you're that famous and you have that many people, there's going to be a crazy person who's going to do something nuts.
Here's actual footage of him getting tackled.
I don't like watching it because
Did he get? Did Dave Chappelle didn't fall though, right?
I think he did tumble at the very end, but you'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for hip hop history.
But that was
That was a
extensive
tackle.
bit, yeah.
That was a tackle. He sucked at that tackle.
Well, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, would have been good if he. Yeah. It's just
Oh,
mentally disturbed.
he got stomped the fuck.
Hey, Black China lost her defamation suit against the Kardashians.
Oh, completely? I know Kim won her like little
It's a
section, but I
big
didn't
deal.
know.
All right, I don't know. It's a big
Damn,
deal.
Brian, how did you know that?
I know.
I just saw it.
I love that you're
I've
up
been
to date
watching
with the
that Amber Heard
Kardashians.
shit. You can imagine, just like
I know, right? The fucking rabbit hole you're going
I
down.
love it.
So the beauty brand Ulta Beauty is currently facing a lot of backlash because they sent out an email promoting Kate Spade, David Spade's sister beauty brand, and the email said, "Come hang with Kate Spade." And I'm guessing it was a poor choice of words.
Dummy, she hung herself.
However, I don't think that was the intent, but it is a terrible thing to write.
Oh my
So
god!
they are currently apologizing to everybody, saying we
Guys,
misspoke. We didn't have that in mind while we were writing out our promotional.
Wait, this was
email.
David Spade's sister?
I think his
Yeah.
sister by marriage, or was
I believe by marriage.
yeah. But also,
They wrote that?
Yeah, they said come hang with Kate Spade, and they were promoting her brand,
yeah.
but they did not take into account
Well,
what happened with her.
sometimes things happen.
Things happen. I don't think they meant to do it.
I don't know.
But that was a poor choice of
Whoever
words.
did that and gave the okay for it, they ain't got no
Several
job no more.
people gave
They
the
ain't got
okay.
no job no more. There's no way in hell. God damn.
Weird.
In the UK, there was a man who lost his penis because there was a bacterial infection that made his dick turn black, and it eventually died. He then went to the doctor trying to figure out, how can I have a penis? Like, I want to live my life as a man with a penis. So they spent 6 years artificially growing another penis on his left arm, and it stayed there until it was fully,
It's fucking incredible, dude.
I guess, grown. I don't know what the term would be, but
Why don't
after
they
six,
show
Oh, come on. I want to, yeah.
after 6 years, he had it surgically removed from his left arm and put in place of where his penis should be. So now he has a fully intact penis that was growing on his left
So
arm.
they
for
did it
6
from his
years.
arm,
Yes.
grew it, took that off, and put it where it's supposed to be.
And right now it is up and at it. It's working. He also
That's
asked
so
the
cool.
doctors that he wanted it to be 6 inches.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Imagine bumping that on a coffee table, though.
Right? He did say that usually he hides it, but on occasion, like he was at a bar once and he was hitting on a woman trying to tell her a story and he whipped it out.
Dude, that's fucking nuts.
But he lived with a penis on his left arm for 6 years. That's
Damn,
insane.
that's going to be the new frontier of science.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
You're going to be able to
but,
grow
like,
body parts.
He could get a boner?
I don't know if he could get a boner while it was on his left arm.
No, I'm talking about like now.
Now I believe so. I believe it's fully
Dude,
functioning now.
that is the fucking new frontier.
That's crazy.
That's a
tissue
weird place to
regeneration.
put, though, your left arm.
I don't know, tissue regeneration, I guess. That is so
Freddie Gibbs
crazy,
goes, the
dude.
fuck?
But this is a scar. That's where it used to be.
That's amazing.
I like how he's posing in the
Yeah.
picture just like
That is fucking amazing.
they made him put his fist on his chin like that and just
Yeah.
fucking.
That's incredible.
But good for him. He has a he has
Yeah.
a dick again.
Well, they did that with ears. They've done that with bladders.
Mm-hmm.
They do it. They spray cells on it. They create like a scaffolding, I guess, and then they spray cells.
Shout out to him for wanting to go 6 inches.
yeah. Well, I
He,
feel
he,
like
he could have been, he could have been greedy.
maybe it could have been just like a weird thing for him to have like an 8-inch dick on his left arm. It might have been like a lot to carry around.
Yeah. Arm's kind of heavy.
God damn.
Oh, there you go.
So this is an update to the Mighty Ducks actor Sean Weiss. We talked about him a few months ago.
Russell, I love Russell.
Yeah.
We talked about him a few months ago about how he was found during the height of his drug addiction issues, and now he's on the
it was
road to
bad.
recovery. He actually recently booked a film role for a Jesus Revolution movie. So he's a working actor again, which is great.
Wow.
He also ran into Russell Peters, where he actually thanked him, saying, like, oh, you gave me $20 once behind a Starbucks, and I remembered it. I just want to say thank you. Russell Peters then offered him a 10-minute spot, and now he's
Shout out
starting
to
to do
Russell
comedy.
Peters, who I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah. So he's
Russell
just getting
Peters
all
is
these new
such a good guy.
opportunities at a
Yeah, that was him when he was like
Russell
on.
Peters is such a fucking good guy.
Damn. Good for Sean Weiss.
Oh, good for him. All right, there you go. Good current events, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alrighty, what do I have here? Oh, this is Colby Covington's tooth. We all know that Masvidal sucker punched him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would piss me the fuck off.
Being sucker punched? Hell yeah.
Have
Yeah.
your tooth broken? Fuck that,
yeah.
man. I'm friends with Masvidal's lawyer.
Okay.
It's interesting. So he'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He's not going to go to jail, but
Yeah.
I mean, a civil suit's a different case.
Yeah. They're saying it's a Folex. Masvidal's team.
People are saying that's fake.
Masvidal's team, because Colby's claiming that it's like a $95,000, $100,000 watch. And they're saying it's not. And that was damaged during the altercation.
During the altercation.
So we found out.
Oh, Brad
Noemi-
Cohen. There you go. That's my buddy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But we found out Noemi Judd died recently. I think it was like 2 days ago. And then she was dealing with mental illness for quite some time and suicidal thoughts. So the family actually said that she did die by suicide, but they didn't give details.
Yeah.
And she was like in her 70s.
Yeah, 75.
Yeah. She's a country singer, the Judds.
Yep.
Her other daughter is Ashley Judd, who's an actress.
Yep. Well,
I'm not so sure that I.
that whole family is
Which one
talented
is
as
she?
Shit.
The left.
The left?
Older, yeah, the older.
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, she's so cute. Look at her.
Yeah.
75. That's some good surgery. It's tough. I don't know. I it's like, it's a weird thing when you are, who was I talking to about this? Where it's like, you can pretend the truth isn't there for just so long.
Oh God.
You can keep like tightening your face and doing all the stuff and creating a lot of noise, but the truth is just gonna wait with a fedora and a cigar. I'm
Yep.
like, how long are we gonna do this thing? Yeah, just take your time. I'll be here when the. No, oh really? That's awesome. Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah,
Ashley?
you eventually exhaust yourself.
The marketplace
You know?
doesn't lie.
And
the
you-
whole
and
thing
you-
doesn't lie.
Oh shit! That's Ashley Judd.
This is Ashley Judd, but she changed
That's not the one
dramatically.
who killed herself though.
No. I know
his
Ashley
daughter.
Judd is.
Yeah.
I just didn't realize.
So cute. When she
Yeah.
was younger. She was and still is. But
Yeah, no, exactly. What
But she changed her face a lot. This is kind of more like what she looks like right now.
Well, so did Bryan Callen. So you know. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
All right, this was pretty crazy. This is
We watched this.
did we?
Yep.
When?
It's the guy that's getting doing the chase,
shit,
and
okay,
he's
man.
and he's just so calm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
saw that.
We did watch it. Chinaman or China.
Chinaman.
China.
You're so
I know. Yeah. Ken, what the
China
fuck, dude?
banned Spider-Man. Apparently, they're losing millions of dollars because the Chinese government wanted them to remove the Statue of Liberty from the movie, but they wouldn't do it
The Chinese.
Why?
because I don't know.
Because it's pro-American. And
Brian mentioned like they wanted him to change what the entire
they
scene
didn't want
because
you
of some
to-
shit.
we didn't shoot the scene.
Yeah, there you go.
They had to rewrite the entire scene, which is a big problem in the movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Chinese are, very guarded of their national identity. If you study Chinese history, you realize that they've been on the shit end of the stick for a long time.
Yeah.
And people have humiliated China and treated China like second-class citizens in this country and in China. The British did it. The Americans did it to a smaller degree, but certainly the Japanese and China was always treated very poorly. And you can understand the emotional need for,
And why?
Pride.
Yeah.
and all that stuff. They were like, we're never going to take this shit again. We let ourselves be weak, and it's never going to
They're
happen
like, nah,
again.
fuck that.
It's a very different mindset, Chinese mindset, very different mindset. And as a Westerner, I struggle sometimes understanding it. But
Having empathy for it.
well, yeah, because I believe in democracy and and what the founding fathers created, and I think anybody else is wrong, and I would die for that idea. I mean, if push comes to shove, I mean that's what you fight and die for. But that's me. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
I think it's marked down. What's the time yet? Right?
Yeah,
there.
the timestamp on that.
That's when Bryan drops serious knowledge.
All right, the last one is
What did I say?
yeah. The
We
last
just
one,
applauded
Look at
this
my
way
face, look at my
worse.
face.
Justin Lin, who's he directed a bunch of different Fast and Furious.
He's not going to
movies.
direct it?
No, but check it out, Brian. So within 10 days into production, he actually
Fast
says
and Furious
he's gonna quit.
15 has to live.
No, it's 10. The reason why
It's
this is
10?
crazy,
Oh, I'm sorry.
he's putting $10 to $20 million off the table, not taking it because of issues with Vin Diesel. He said Vin Diesel shows up late, doesn't show up in shape, a bunch of other stuff.
He's like
So he's just like,
he's
fuck
like
it.
Jesus, only he makes films.
Yeah.
No, so remember like The Rock was talking smack on
I do.
Vin Diesel too?
So it's
turns
kinda
out it's
like-
Vin Diesel. It's Vin
Yeah.
Diesel that's not professional.
Diesel's very rich and doesn't care.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Also, it's ready. It's Fast and Furious 10. So if it doesn't get made, oh no.
Bruh, I liked up to
He's
the
still a
fucking,
producer.
I like the first, actually, I never saw it. My favorite one is the second one, when they added Tyrese.
I just like one.
Oh, Tyrese. What would we do without Tyrese? Who seems actually like a really cool guy, but what would we do without Fast and Furious?
I don't watch him either, but
You
I thought it was
don't?
interesting. No.
I wait for the book to come out and then I read it. Chappelle, I love you.
I love you too.
It was a good podcast.
This was great.
I wish you all the best.
Yes,
You'll be
thank
down
you.
the hall. So
I know, I was
I'll be
like,
able
I'll
to
be
see
right
you.
there.
We got to get dinner.
Yeah.
And I'll be at Stress Factory this weekend with fucking Joey Diaz. I'm excited. And then Washington, D.C., D.C. Comedy Loft. Let's get our tickets May 12th, 13th, 14th. Brea Improv, special taping May 19th. I'll see you then. And then I'll be at the West Palm Beach Improv at the end of May, May 27, 28, 29.
Guys, I'm going out on my own. May 6th to May 7th. This weekend, I'll be in San Diego at Grand Opening Comedy Club, Mic Drop Comedy Club. One-nighter in Phoenix at Stand Up Live. Man, if you guys don't show up in Phoenix, that'd be really sad. But June 24th to 25th in the summertime, I'll be in Meatballs neighborhood, East Providence, Rhode Island, at the Comedy Connection. Thank you guys that gave me love on this show, and thank you guys that didn't give me love on this show.
You killed
No, I
it.
appreciate it, man.
Fucking
and
killed
thank
it.
you. Yeah.
I'm so happy you were a part of it.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Where's the Iron Gay? We're out.